Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, freaks and geeks, trolls and derps alike, welcome, welcome all. I am Mullet Mike, bringing you Season 4 of Creepy Gaming. That's right, folks, this is the show where I let you, the subscribers and creepy community, in on a ton of creepy aspects throughout video game history. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a lot of craziness has been going on since Season 3. I mean, I've had electronics turn on and off on their own, been hearing voices late at night. Ratman decided to move into my attic. Keep it down! Come on! Got kids sleeping in there! I've been speaking in overused cliche movie quotes. I mean, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria!
Okay,
let's see what we got here. What is it now? Is this Robbie the Rabbit? Wait a minute. Robbie the Rabbit's not even in the first Silent Hill game. You mean to tell me, out of all the devilish creatures in Silent Hill, from the Grey Children to Baphomet to Samael, the almighty demon, this is what we get stuck with?
it's in the budget.
Oh, it's in the budget. We have a budget? So just in case you haven't figured it out, today we will be covering Silent Hill for the PlayStation 1. Now, I thought long and hard about what game I wanted to start Season 4 with, and I had to pick Silent Hill for a couple of different reasons. Mainly because I just have a genuine love for it. I mean, this game is genuinely creepy. This is one of the few games that I can say has actually scared me on a personal and psychological level. And that's saying something. I would like to give a special shout out to all these fine folks right here. I want to thank you all so much for your suggestions. Without you, the show is nothing. So thank you for those suggestions. So, without further ado, been waiting a long time to say it. Turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. Here we go again. Silent Hill is a fictional New England town where the light meets the dark, where dimensions collide and the gates of hell open, where nightmares manifest into reality. Witches, cults, demonic figures. This is what lies in Silent Hill. The Silent Hill series has been haunting players' dreams for the past 15 years now. Most recently with 2012's Silent Hill Downpour. The series draws heavy inspiration from classic Japanese horror. As a matter of fact, it introduced me to the genre. Personally speaking, Silent Hill is one of the creepiest video game series I have ever played. These games genuinely scare me. And if you've been following me for the last few seasons, then you know I don't say that about every game. The Silent Hill franchise has to be my favorite intentionally scary video game series of all time. Now, because there's a lot going on in these games, it's best to tackle them one at a time. So today we will be focusing on the first Silent Hill, and I might cover the others sometime down the road. I'm going to try my best to keep this season opener spoiler free. Now, there might be a few minor ones here or there, but I will not be focusing on the main story or plot, rather just what makes the game so creepy. In the late 90s, the survival horror genre went mainstream with the release of Resident Evil. The genre had been around for a while with games like Clock Tower, but Resident Evil made it popular again and brought it to a new generation of gamers. In the wake of its release came a plethora of games, one of which being Silent Hill. This disturbing title was released by Konami in 1999 for the original PlayStation. Often mistakenly compared to Resident Evil, this game proved to be something completely different. For example, Silent Hill puts you in the shoes of Harry Mason, just your average Joe anybody. He's not a hitman, he's not a ninja, he's not a trained SWAT member, he's not a space marine, he's just a guy looking for his daughter. The game itself focuses less on combat and more on the experience of the psychological thrill. Players first got their chance to visit Silent Hill in 1998 when a demo disc was included with Metal Gear Solid. Through the opening cinematic, we are introduced to Harry and his daughter Cheryl. We don't have much backstory on them, but we don't need it. The message comes across clear. Harry being a good father who loves and appreciates his daughter Cheryl. We see the two late at night. Harry's driving and Cheryl sleeps. He soon notices a police motorcycle pass, only to find that same vehicle wrecked down the road. It is then a strange figure walks into the vehicle's path. Harry panics and tries to swerve to avoid the figure, wrecking his Jeep in the process. When he comes to, Harry finds that his daughter is missing. Boom! Now that's how you start a game! We need more of that. Immediately, we are intrigued and want to find out exactly what is going on. I cannot begin to praise this game enough. But what is it about Silent Hill that makes it stand out against the rest? Well, it's not just one factor, but many. We've already got solid characters, so let's move on to the setting. The town of Silent Hill is such a powerful setting, it could almost be credited as a character in and of itself. When Harry awakes and finds Cheryl missing, he has no choice but to look for her. When he escapes his crashed vehicle, he finds himself in the abandoned, foggy town of Silent Hill. The developers were really clever, using fog and at times the darkness to hide the draw distance. Konami and Team Silent knew how to make the best of the limited hardware they were using. As you explore Silent Hill, you will find the town appears abandoned. There are no NPCs, no moving vehicles, nothing. The game does a great job of making you feel alone. You soon discover as you journey through the sleepy little town that entire roadways have been destroyed and that your path is more linear than you may think. It's almost like someone is guiding you, like they're trying to show you something. From here on out, you guide Harry through the town, stumbling onto strange occurrences, encountering demonic hellspawn, and even battling constantly shifting dimensions. You must solve the mysteries of Silent Hill by uncovering the town's dark past. The game itself has a few Easter eggs, some scary, others not so much. The irony lies in the fact that the game itself can be so scary that the creepy Easter eggs just kinda blend in. Silent Hill has a lot of references throughout the game. For example, the words "Red Rum" can be found written in blood on a garage door located on Block Street. Red rum is, of course, in reference to Stephen King's novel The Shining, probably more predominantly known from the film adaptation by Stanley Kubrick. It was there we learned that red rum was really just murder written backwards. Red rum! Red rum! Now, I'm praising the ever-loving hell out of this game, no pun intended, so to be fair, I need to talk about a few of the negative things. But honestly, I don't really have too many negative things to say about the game. It was a pretty positive experience for me for the most part. But one thing I need to explain is the controls. Silent Hill uses what is called tank controls, much like the original Resident Evil games. No matter where you are on the screen, pressing up on the D-pad always makes your character move forward. You must rotate your character in the direction you want to go, then press up on the D-pad to move forward. Hence the name Tank Controls. Not too good for a survival horror game where you have to fight or flight. As far as the creepiness goes, this game is full of it. One thing I really respect about the Silent Hill franchise is they don't rely too heavily on jump scares. Yes, there are plenty in the game, but it's not the title's main focus. Silent Hill brings several types of scares. There are subtle psychological thrills, loud jump scares, blood, guts, and gore, you name it, Silent Hill's got it. Here's a good example of psychological horror. Close to the beginning of the game, when you experience the other world for the first time, you end up getting trapped in a back alley. This is what happens next.
What is this? What's going on here? Oh.